I'm back into the furnace, reheating it, getting it nice and hot, because I kind of want to change the shape a little bit once again. So I'm just going to take my carbon fiber once again, and I can close it just as easily as I open it. So I'm just going to kind of push in certain places and close it up a little bit. Create a nice shape. I think this is kind of neat, don't you? Ooh, baby. Alright, now, get into the furnace, reheat it just a little bit, because that's the shape I want, but of course every mug deserves a handle. So, I reheat it so the handle will stick to it. I'll go back into the furnace, get a little bit of hot glass on the end of this rod to create the handle. Actually, the handles are actually easy to put on. The hardest thing about the handles, because the handles are kept in the furnace right next to the paperweights. And then on the other side of that is where I keep the wine glasses. So I've always got to be very, very careful to make sure I don't go in there and grab a paperweight or a wine glass. Now, what does this look like to you?
Paperweight. Looks like a hot dog to me.
Yeah? Okay. I asked my apprentice that one time. He said, well, it looks like a big blob of hot glass. I said, okay, well, I want you to realize something. That absolutely anything in your imagination is already contained within that furnace. All you have to do is teach your hands how to make it, reach in there and take it out. It still looks like a blob of glass. I said, well, you're not my apprentice anymore. Alright, now back into the furnace, reheat it a couple times, because anytime you add a handle to a piece, it creates a lot of stress in the glass. Because you're taking two dissimilar temperatures of glass and trying to fuse them together. And then there's two things I want to do at the end of this demonstration. Now, this is two things I do at the end of all of my demonstrations, okay? One of the things I do is I show you how I take this piece off the end of this rod. Now, the reason that I do that is because I've talked to a lot of people that drink, and what they've done is they've expressed to me that it's damn hard carrying this rod around in the bar. So they asked me to take the rod off of it so it makes it easier to drink. Now, the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take that off, okay? Oh, look at that. Look at the size of that hat. You know what I think we're going to do is this time we're going to use Sharon's hat, because it's just a little bigger. You see, what we're going to do is we're going to take Sharon's hat and we're going to pass it amongst you guys. Now, the reason we do that is because basically, if you enjoyed that demonstration, if you learned a little bit of something, if you had a good time, you're more than welcome to show your appreciation by dropping something in that hat, okay? Did you guys like that demonstration? Yeah. Did you learn anything? All right, well, there's Sharon. Everybody say hi, Sharon.
Hi, Sharon.
Okay, there she is. All right, now back into the furnace one more time to reheat it, to try and get the heat as even as possible throughout the piece. Now, as I get the heat even throughout the piece, it does literally take the stress out of the glass. But there is a lot of energy. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use the heat energy that's contained within the glass right now to take the piece off the end of this rod. You see, heat is energy, and you can change the form of energy, but you just can't destroy it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and I'm going to change the form of energy from heat to stress. The way I do that is I cool it off very quickly where these two pieces of glass are attached to one another. What that does is it creates a lot of stress right where they're attached. And once I create enough stress in the glass, all I have to do is add a little bit more energy to get the glass to break. Once I break it off, it kind of makes a little bit of a mark. So I like to take and just come back in and hit the bottom of it real quick to take out any sharp edges. Ooh. I don't do this to all the pieces, just some of them. Now, as soon as I'm making a piece of glass, I have to put it into this oven right here. Now, the temperature inside is very specific to this glass. That is that the temperature inside the oven right now is at or 910 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, at 910 degrees Fahrenheit, this particular glass is hot that it's going to continue. But the glass is not so cold that it's not allowed to move a little bit, but at the electric only. You see, when you get glass this hot, when you get it up to over 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit, well, it gets excited, okay? When you get the glass hot, it gets very, very excited. And when you get the glass excited, well, what happens to it is that its little electrons go out to very excited high energy orbits, okay? Now, if the glass cools off too quick and those electrons get trapped out there in those high energy orbits, the difference between where an electron is and where it wants to be is the amount of stress that you have in the glass, okay? Now, if you take a little bit of energy, it comes along and it convinces one of those electrons to go home. Well, it takes a lot of its friends with it, and that's what causes glass to break. It's just easily lonely, misled electrons, that's all it is, okay? Now, my name is Mark. I've been doing this a long time, so if you guys have any questions about how something might have been made or where it comes from, please feel free to ask me. Now, I want you to realize that when you walked in that front gate out there, you walked into a pretty special place. You walked into the Louisiana Renaissance Festival. For the second year of this festival, okay? And we've already more than tripled the size of the show. So I can tell you that because of where we are and the people that we're entertaining, that this place is going to grow and grow. Because where we are is in Louisiana. The people that we're entertaining are you. And you guys, well, I can tell that you all like to have fun. Because I can tell you, if you're here at the show and you're not having fun, you're not having a good time, we want you to go home. All right? See, I go home if I'm not having fun. I can tell you, I've been home for about 8 years. My mom keeps calling, but I'm not going. Now, please feel free to stop and take a look at the booth over there. All that glass over there, it's all glass that I made myself right out of this furnace. This is what I do. I travel all over the country just making glass. And well, hoping that somebody likes it well enough. Okay? Now, enjoy yourselves. Have a good time today. And thank you.
That's the spot you want. Just go straight to it. That's what you want.
It's not like real roses.
That's all you can fish it, though.
Jessica. So you're saying they go from each state to rebuild all this stuff?
Mm-hmm. They do. Make money.
Unbuilding and rebuilding the same thing?
Yeah, they make lots of money, golly.
They just stuff this up here.
Just the village.
What?
This area. Before we get to the Galveston area, I want you to buy us a drink, and I think the closest one is over there, right? Here, buy me a drink. A Coke. Here. Yeah, they do. Here.
How much are they?
$1.50 or whatever. You got money?
Yeah, well, like it's for school. I'll just use money.
Yeah, sure. That's all I got left.
Sitting, have you? And why not? Well, you know, even if you're married, you do it right. What's that?
I encourage you to sin at every opportunity, right? Yes, I am Cineas Vice, Cineas Lascivious Vice. I can provide you with an indulgence to aid you in your quest for sin. Tell me your name. Presentation that goes with this. May it be known to all, spiritual and temporal, of high and low degree, that Ellen has bought a full indulgence without condition from the consequences of the heinous sin. Now here's the really good part. You get to pick your own personal favorite sin from among the 7 deadly sins. Whether you have committed this sin in the past or are yet to commit it in the future. Here are your choices. Pride, envy, greed, lust, gluttony, lust, sloth, and anger. Lust! Excellent choice! Ellen has selected lust as her favorite sin from among all of the 7 deadly sins. Huzzah for Ellen! I'll tell you what, I, Cineas Vice, Cineas Lascivious Vice, have invented a new and 8th deadly sin, unique in the annals of sin. That's annals. I saw where he was going. It's 2 ends, not just the one. He's such a beast.
Watch out, Jimmy.
And I have come up with this brilliant concept after years of canonical and liturgical research, not to mention the really fun empirical research. This brilliant concept is a combination of gluttony and lust. We call it slutony. And it's you, Ellen.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. My blessings. Go and sin some more.
Come on, Jimmy, let's go.
Care to make a small contribution to the poor starving?
Really, I thought you were going.
Hibernia.
I thought you were going. Oh, you found some rice?
Uh-huh. Please.
Well, let's go to the jousting area.
No, I'm not. We're sitting over there.
Come on.
My mom and Jamie is tired. Jamie.
Okay. Come on, Jimmy. Great. Can you carry for me? I'm trying to take pictures here. Wish there was a shortcut. There's no shortcut. Cab ride coming through.
You want him to go fast? Not fast. I can whip him.
All you gotta do is tip me. I'll go quickly.
Almost got it. That's the closest thing you would have got to me in my heart. Oh yeah! Shoot!
Well, I mean, we're still doing better than last year, varieties of jerky, $2 per bag. Big rolls with